Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to IVRL Week 21 Dead Logic versus Vikings matchup here on this wonderful Saturday. I am Lampy28. I am your solo caster for today during this great EU matchup that we have in store for you. If you are just joining us here in the IVRL or new to the game, possibly new to what this is all about, we are in an Onward 5v5 milsim. And in this league, there is 2 maps to play per matchup. In map number 1, map number 2 is best of 9, first to 5. And total points matters at the end of the match. Let's take a look at the maps and the bans that took place for this wonderful matchup. In the IVRL, we are in set number 3. That is map pool set number 3. As you can tell, 10 maps in front of you. 8 of them from left to right are DPI maps. Those are Onward built-in game maps. And 2 on the far right are custom maps built by custom map makers, people in the community, and people out there that just enjoy building maps and then submitting them to the game and the league picking them up if they are league worthy. And as far as bans go, home gets 2 bans, away gets 2 bans, and it starts off home taking the very first ban, which was Shipyard. Dead Logic taking away Shipyard, one of the custom maps. And then over to the Vikings, they get 2 bans in a row, and they take away Subway and Quarantine. Very tight quarter strategic map of Subway, and Quarantine, a larger map with 14 objectives and a lot of uncertainties in that. And fourth and final ban going back to the home team, Dead Logic, and they take away Downfall. Very long and open map, very big, one of the largest in the DPI map pool. And that's what the bans are going to be down, and that's what's going to give us 6 remaining maps to choose from. Home gets to choose the very first map. And as they have, we are going to Bazaar. And Bazaar being our very first map of the day. And again, Dead Logic gets to pick first. They picked Bazaar. Vikings get to pick map 2, and we'll know what that is once the time comes and we go to start map number 2. But as we do have all 10 members in the lobby currently, let's look at this lineup and check out what is going down for these 2 teams. Starting things off on the Dead Logic side, Furious Daddy, Section 1, Snow, Table 14, and I'm going to mess this up, but jokes, but it is actually Oaks. Oaks is the player in the team, and he actually using a different headset under a different name due to the fact of having issues. He let the league know ahead of time, but that is Oaks. So we're going to call him Oaks for today. But Vikings starting with Mantis, Turtle, Caltrop, Nactum, and Shadow Warrior. Pretty much starting lineups for both sides. And as we do enter into round number 1 here on map number 1. What a great EU matchup we got here forward store 2 today.
Mantis. Wow, look, we are ready to rumble, lads. Look at that little sausage.
And we do have tank objective as the very first objective of the day here in the East Cross Street. Let's take a look at the offense. Does get somewhat of a quick spawn as they are heading straight into the center Bazaar and making this cross as well.
Okay, so two are pushing towards us very quickly. Into the
Snow finds herself in some danger trying to cross the street as the smokes do end up hitting that little overhang rather than covering the street.
You can see through it, they can see back.
If you say so.
And Snow does get across the street safe and sound, following with her partner, Table 14. And still not in the clear as they do have Shadow Warrior here in the mark. Oh my goodness, what a grenade that was by Shadow Warrior, catching Snow only down. Should be able to get revived here by Table 14 though, but man, what a grenade by Shadow Warrior. I've always thought that the grenade should be slightly powerful, as it is very hard and you must be very skilled to hit those grenades in just the right spot. A lot of them will just down you unless you're literally standing on top of the grenade itself. Shadow Warrior with that C4. My goodness, he is just terrorizing these guys in the far east here. And trading with Snow as he does take down 2 to begin with in round number 1. Vikings down to 2 members only on defense here as Dead Logic still with 3 up. And that is knocked him on a nasty rotation through the Bazaar here. It gets taken down by Section 1 on that flank.
Did you say only one left?
Turtle, 1 left, last up here. Looking for those shots on a Furious Daddy. Gets them, but Section 1 quickly refragging. And Dead Logic taking round number 1 here. Wow. Impressive job by both sides. And I mean, man, that grenade C4 combination worked out really well, holding off that east side, grabbing 2 kills over there. Let's take a look at that one more time. Let's get across the streets, safe and sound, following with her partner, table 14. And still not in the clear as they do have Shadow Warrior here in the mark. Oh my goodness, what a grenade that was. And what a grenade it was, as I mentioned. Man, great toss. That had to be practiced. I mean, you don't just get that, you know, lucky. Sometimes you do, I guess. But man, I would imagine that was a practice grenade. And wow, very nice job there. Add it to the high right, Leo. Dead Logic taking round number 1 here on map number 1. And the objective is going to stay in the same location here at the tank on the East Cross Street, as offense and defense both get the chance to have a chance at offense and defense on each objective. As you're taking a look, kind of an overview of Bazaar. Bazaar is quite a large map, but it's broken down into sections basically of small, you know, close quarter maps. There's a few streets that will add some longevity to it, but in general, you got little, you know, neighborhoods basically like city blocks that you play amongst, and becomes quite close quarters.
Do you like stylish?
That was all that was important.
Fast here.
I am crossing fast and dying fast. Who did this to us? And why are there 4 of us?
You're lying.
Okay, I'm lying. That was a double. That was on the double.
Did on the roof.
That's a very good smoke, my friend.
Oh, and I can't even.
Jumping into some POVs here, it gives you a chance to see what these players are seeing and how the comms work and how they're talking amongst each other. Having a good time for the most part, and that's the best part about this game is, you know, the community and the way you can enjoy the game and have fun and learn. But also, you know, you run into these members and these teammates and players in the game quite often throughout the Discords and, you know, in competitive lobbies and public lobbies. Take a look a little more on the defensive side here. Is a very spread out defense. Section 1 quite far away, grabbing that kill here onto Shadow Warrior. And those shots and, you know, being in this game long enough like it is, or long enough, if you've been in the game long enough, you can tell the difference between offensive and defensive gun. And you can see Nakdam really slow down here as he heard that defensive gun come out. And is going to be quite worried about Section 1's position here and where he took down his teammate. Nakdam, a little bit of pre-fire.
If you don't watch the scaffolding, we'll have problems because no one's watching the objective directly. I won't watch the scaffolding.
I don't know. I don't see him. Probably, maybe somewhere in the middle.
As the comms do come out, still looking for Section 1. Nakdam gonna risk running across the market as Section 1's visibility is not quite there. Nakdam, as you can tell, still looking backwards as he is still worried about where Section 1 could be located. And rightfully so, as you don't want to lose focus on that there is still somebody back there. And that's what that flank does. If you've heard me last night in the cast, you know, a flank is not all about how far you can run and just, you know, all shooting and trying to get as many kills as possible. You know, flank is more about distraction and concern. You know, you push into a flank and you cause the offense to slow down and reevaluate what they're doing by throwing that wild card in there. And that's exactly what Section 1 is doing, is they know he's there, but they don't know where he's at.
Carry one's trying to cross. They didn't cross yet.
And Snow in a very powerful position here as she is watching that North Road cross. And with great coverage, as you can tell, there's only a sliver of a few bricks here to able to kill him. Still trying to make that cross, as Caltrup is trying to decide what to do here. Section 1. And pre-fire does come out through the smoke as Caltrup finally does make it across. Table 14 going to be able to hear the footsteps quickly behind him. And what a great job by Table 14.
And another one on blue roof scaffolds.
Mantis pushing up quickly here. And Flash coming out. Not sure if the Flash got Mantis or not. And Table 14 from the backside finds Mantis. And Dead Logic's defense really showing some strength here, as still 5 up against 1 man left. Turtle. Here the communications coming out from Snow as she's telling the team, let's not get crazy. Let's just hold our defense. We know we got 4 kills. There's 1 left. Nobody get too crazy. Just hold your lines. And it's a great strategy. As we ride along with Turtle here. As Table 14 grabs another kill. I believe that might have been 3 for Table 14. And Dead Logic taking round number 2 there. Going up 2-0 on map number 1. And again, this is their map pick, so not uncommon for them to take that early lead, as they felt this is most confidence in the maps allowed. Don't forget about the channel point betting in there. You can use your channel points, as the purple circle down by the chat bar should have a number by it. Those are free viewer points, basically, and you can use those viewer points to bet on who is going to win map number 1 and win map number 2. And, you know, you're betting against other people in the community that are also viewing right now and betting at the same time. You're not betting against the house per se, or me, or the channel. You're betting amongst each other. So if there's bets on both sides, then you have the ability to win the points bet against you. And those are free. You earn more points by, you know, the more you watch, the longer you watch. And, you know, if you chat, the more you chat, the more points you earn. And also, if you subscribe to the channel and follow the channel, you earn more channel points as well. And here we go. Jumping into round number 3. As we have switch objectives to North Kiat. Kiat objective, 1 tough, 1 to defend here. Kiat offering so much spice that we can't handle it, as the objective sits here on the bottom floor in the middle of this 2-story building. And on Kiat, you can cap, obviously, right here in the front room. You can cap on the left room, that room to the right, or on the 2nd story, and all 3 rooms as well. So 6 potential areas to cap.
As I said from the beginning, we are in east-west.
And lots of areas to cover, especially on defense.
-1.
Section 1 finds 1 kill there onto Nactum.
Make sure to check these buildings so we don't get caught by someone hiding in.
Caltrop watching that east courtyard as Mantis, Turtle, and Shadow Warrior are trying to guard this west side. And Mantis taking shots across the street, looking for these guys over here. Shadow Warrior with a very powerful spot, not allowing anybody to come into the north throughout this line. Does have a clacker and a C4. Imagine the C4 is somewhere over here to protect his backside.
That was their cover guy. I think that was their cover guy, which means this area is probably clear. Snow, you go ahead.
Is he dead? Okay.
Oaks calling out that this area is probably clear as Shadow Warrior is just around the corner, being very, very quiet, waiting for these guys to push through. Do have a knife in hand. How dare you, mister? Waiting for that silent kill. The patience here. Patience by Shadow Warrior was very impressive as he was hoping 1 or 2 more would run out into the line before he gave away his position. Thought about that knife kill, but decided against it. Didn't want to run across the street and expose himself. Now Furious Daddy and Oaks know exactly that someone is in this area. And Oaks finding that kill. Not sure if that flash worked out, but very nice job there by Oaks. Does leave the north a little bit more open as Caltrop finds section 1. And we are at a 3v3 here on the Kiat objective. Mantis in the north courtyard area. Holding down this area. And grenade coming out. What a grenade that would have been if slightly over into this area here.
What the fuck?
And Caltrop finding that shot from the red truck. Oaks going prone, looking for a refrag. Mantis finding table 14, all down to Oaks and what is remaining of Furious Daddy. Oaks should be able to get up and possibly rotate back and get this revive, but is still worried about being shot from there.
He's on the red truck. He's behind the red truck. Don't res me now.
And you can hear Furious Daddy's comms to Oaks, letting him know that he's at the red truck. And Oaks trying to get an angle at that. Now Furious Daddy does probably have a minute or so before he does bleed out. Will Oaks see Caltrop from this angle? What a tight angle that is. Trying to shoot his feet, giving away his position. And Caltrop does rotate out, giving the chance for Oaks to get this revive. What a great smoke and a great revive. Good teamwork and combination there from these two. Deciding only a minute and so left. Need to push forward. Mantis coming out with the flash. Did they grab Furious Daddy? They did grab Furious Daddy on that flash. Mantis now exposed, not knowing that Oaks is still here. And Oaks gonna get that shot. What a refrag shot. Oaks putting in the work here in the north. Almost getting taken out by Turtle. Turtle should be peeking this side. Caltrop coming out as well. And Turtle taking down the last member of Dead Logic.
Okay, sweetheart. You're doing great.
Yeah, what a great job there by the Vikings and their defense. Caltrop ending Turtle's life as he did such a great job. He should not live. And Vikings taking back a round, bringing this back up to a little closer of a matchup. I'd like to see that good close action. Let's see what we captured on that full screen. With the flash. Did they grab Furious Daddy? They did grab Furious Daddy on that flash. Mantis now exposed, not knowing that Oaks is still here, and Oaks gonna get that shot. What a nice job there in the north from both sides. Honestly, great flash and push on the north wall there, but not knowing that there was 2 members still up. Got quickly refragged. Right, let's jump into round number 4 as the objective does stay in the same location, as Gent has pointed out in chat, that the offense and the defense get a chance at offense and defense on both offense and defensive rounds here on the same objective, offensively and defensively. And that's where we're at right now on the defensive side from the offense, and the offense gets to go to defense. Nice.
It's up
For sure.
I mean, if we do, it's fine, but like, let's not let it happen. Like, don't overstress.
We have different definitions
Make
of
sure
fine.
it doesn't happen. It's fine as long as we don't.
And good friendly talk from both sides today. I'm glad to see everybody having a good time and enjoying themselves on this wonderful Saturday afternoon and evening, depending on what part of the world you are in.
Oh my God.
Early shots do come out there as Shadow Warrior find Oaks in the courtyard.
One into the east courtyard. -1 haircut. I'm going for it, lads.
As Turtle has already beat you to it, Caltrup. But Turtle is quickly pushing the courtyard, looking for Snow, looking for Furious Daddy, trying to get to this north side. Shots do ring out from Nactum, finding Section 1 also in the court. Turtle danger close here to Snow.
Here I go. I need to check that code again.
Caltrup with his own personal sound effects in game. That's an extra skin that you have to buy. Snow finding Caltrup as Turtle is pushing into Snow and quickly getting that refrag. Great teamwork there. You almost have to have that spearhead to open up a lane as Turtle on a quick flick onto Furious Daddy. What a great job, and the confirmation. Turtle grabbing a 2-piece here on the west courtyard, leaving the objective wide open. Table 14 nowhere nearby, as it is wide open for a cap here from the Vikings if possible. Table 14 does need to come out and die rather than getting capped on. Think he just checking his tablet now, realizing he is last left, needs to run out. Ooh, Table 14 grabbing 1 kill there on the objective, as Nactum does find that last shot with that new MCX Virtus weapon with the built-in silencer. Ending that round and tying things up 2-2 here on map number 1. As Turtle is pushing into Snow and quickly getting that refrag. Great teamwork there. You almost have to have that spearhead to open up a lane, as Turtle on a quick flick onto Furious Daddy. What a great job, and the and talking about that spearhead, you almost want that bullet sponge, that guy that is going to be your entry to, you know, pull out the defenders and where they're located. Even if you go in and die, that's pretty much your job, and allowing your teammates and your support come from behind you and take those refrags. You know, opening up that west side like that completely exposed the objective to a cap just by sacrificing that one player. And that's a lot of times where we say try not to get too focused on KDs, but because some people on your team are those good entries. and some people are good supports, and some people are good Overwatch. You know, not everybody is in the action and runs into people to kill every single time. So, you know, saying somebody didn't get enough kills but your team still won, then it shouldn't really matter how many kills you got. Everybody did their job and you pulled out a victory. As we should be starting round number 5 here very shortly. The objective does change locations as we are heading to the east courtyard right next to Kiat, close by to where we were. This offers a lot of good action as well. It's kind of a cornered objective where you got a little bit of, you know, hidden areas you can cap from. Things can get spicy. You can get somebody to cap along this corner wall right here. And it possibly have a defender who thinks he's got everything covered from this angle, doesn't see somebody on this corner. Same with some smokes, and you can get inside here, just on the edge, and send the uplink in. A lot of areas to cause some good action and good onward fun as we start round number 5, and Vikings on defense.
What if he slips, but as he's falling, he like fires his gun and does like the thing my gun does, where it loses tracking and then headshot someone? That's what I heard, you know.
But then I see a mess on my floor.
Code as he's falling.
Oh, where's the free fire angle?
Jump in with the offense here and see what the push they're going to make, as they did get the southwest approach. No real quick spawn. A lot of shots do start ringing out as Nactum finds Snow.
I killed one.
Great defense here in the market.
Main street.
A little bit exposed. If somebody was coming from the refrigerator room, they would have a great angle onto Nactum. Nactum knowing there is more still possible out here, but Mantis finding Furious Daddy. Caltrep did push up a little aggressive into the north of Kiat as Table 14 is working closer and closer to him. Table 14 trying to be as quiet as possible, as footsteps do give away your position and are very loud. Table 14 hearing these call outs and footsteps and talking, isn't quite sure if the person is second story or first floor.
There's one beneath me and Kayat, lads! He's coming for me soul!
Fucking not, you're lying!
Great banter as Table 14 tries his best to clear out Kiats, but does not, as Oaks does find Nactum there.
Do it on the outside of market.
And all down to 2 members here.
I did not, but I killed the other dude in the market. There was one, like, by the bench.
Oaks in section 1, the last 2 offenders left to try to take back the lead here. Still 4 up for Vikings.
Shit.
Section 1 with that second story like overlook that we were talking about. He was staying back and trying to pick off anybody from a distance.
Well, shit.
But unfortunate events for him that Vikings are staying very tucked in and not overexposing themselves.
Better watch out. I'll take you down.
She's stop being a dum-dum for 5 seconds.
Lightning fast.
I like how hard you're trying to ignore me. Is the smoke on OBJ, is that friendly? I'm guessing not.
As smokes do come out from Oaks in the south, causing some confusion to the defense, looking both angles. Now they know they heard somebody in the market area, and they're waiting for Oaks to push further onto the south. Mantis getting a very aggressive here as Oaks does have him lined up. And Oaks taking down Mantis, as now Shadow Warrior has a great idea of where Oaks is currently located. And grenade coming out, blowing up a little bit earlier. Shadow Warrior trying to get Oaks, could not get him. As that quick flick refrag did come out, and looks like Section 1 is close to the objective here. Turtle still in the south, or still in the east there, watching that cross. But Section 1 has a bit of an opening here. Caltrop and everybody still very worried about that east push, as they forgot about the guy over here. Caltrop quickly coming around. Section 1 takes him out. He could go for the cap. Does not. Turtle grabbing Oaks. Last man up. Turtle knows he's last. Throwing some flashes to protect any pushes. Section 1 still holding back. Knows he has a minute and a half, and that last defender is going to be rotating and getting back to objective. How will Section 1 play this? Here is that location we talked about, that it is possible for Section 1 to get right here and put the cap in. And Turtle is staying very tucked in. What will Section 1 do? With only a minute left. Trying to listen. The one thing about Turtle's position is he's so close to the objective, it's so loud for him, he's not going to be able to hear them slide footsteps as easy. Section 1 throwing smoke out that way, trying to get Turtle to pay attention to that side and rotating back here to the north hallway. Turtle now backing up to the north hallway. 25 seconds. Section 1 has to make a quick move, and he is gonna, oh, just missed Turtle. 15 seconds. And the trade comes out, and Dead Logic wins that trade, going up 3-2 with only 11 seconds left on the clock. Wow, what a job there by Section 1 and Turtle not to get capped on and to hold that down close to that trade. Just a half a second off from making that victory. And what a first map we have so far today. Dead Logic keeping their lead barely 3-2 here on map number 1 and their map pick of Bazaar. Every point matters here in the IVRL, so the more points you gather, the better it is for you on the upcoming rounds and next map as well. Running into round number 6 now, as the objective does stay in the same location.
Shoot me in the face if I'm running in this way.
Yeah, if you go into the
No quick spawn for the offense, as they do have mirrored spawns as the previous round.
South, yeah?
Maybe, sure. I don't know that, I can shoot that far away.
Shadow, if you want to do that.
I don't believe in myself.
As Shadow Warrior was supposed to protect that south cross, did allow somebody to make it across.
Get North Street and just book it up there before that guy can flank.
Section 1 watching that North Street as they try to decide if that's the route they're going to take, as they do have a flanker trying to push towards the south side. There's Caltrup with his built-in sound effects.
They're not reacting to my very realistic fast noises. Oh,
Section 1 finding Mantis in the north. Gonna give Turtle and Caltrup. Flashed out. Caltrup gonna try to push into Section 1. And he does, but doesn't confirm. Section 1 still alive. Did not get that confirmation.
I'm contributing to the team.
It's a nice refreshing change.
Wow, you say that like I'm not the most helpful person here. I'm carrying you fucking... What's the word I'm looking for? You dog water...
We'll leave Turtle and Caltrup alone to their conversation. As Oak's trying to take shots into the Keyot area there. Heavy Keyot push coming from the offense as well.
I did.
Section 1 still alive, but probably unable to get revived as there is a ton of activity. And Snow still in this back section just waiting for Nactum. And they do know that somebody crossed the street earlier, but a lot of time has passed. So possibly a little uncertainty of where this this person could be located. Nactum taking it very slow as the other three are still sitting in Keyot. Section 1 probably close to bleeding out. Nactum finding table 14 and Caltrup finding section 1, leaving only one defender left on the objective. Or no, confirming, so 2 defenders. And Snow trying to toss that C4 over. And that incredibly tough hitbox of the C4. And objective is being pushed and pushed hard here. Turtle, Caltrup, and Shadow Warrior surrounding.
You sure do follow terrible orders.
And Caltrup going down to Oaks, but Oaks quickly getting refragged by Turtle, leaving Snow the last member up, and Shadow Warrior finding that last kill. 3-3. What a map number 1. Wow, what a first map, like I keep saying. A lot of back and forth action. Good, fun, friendly, onward killing happening right here, if that makes any sense to you. And we are going to take the next objective here to Split Street, as I like to call it. Others may call it Jeep or APC. Yeah, we'll call it Split Street. But man, what a great job here by both sides. Right, as we jump in back into it here, we are in round number 7.
The north wall with the little like sandbag thing. Then we talk it out from there.
Snake?
Stop
No,
your
I'm
jib
okay.
I'm alright.
I'll jib your jabs.
Oh.
Just fix the equipment all the time, you know?
What?
And some pre-fire coming out from Snow, trying to hold back the defense from peeking that window and rushing them, as they do need to cross this street and safely cross it. That is great smoke position there to block that view out that window and that hallway. Lasers directly on that window, as it is a popular spot to be looking out to protect that cross. Allowing the offense to cross the street is one of the hardest things to do on this defense, as once they do, it makes your life difficult in this back courtyard.
I think there's one to the south of the two-story building near objective.
There's one near multi. There's one near multi.
And table 14, free fire in that window, as Shadow Warrior is trying to pick off table 14 in that very tight angle. Furious Daddy. You can hear the callouts all based on audio cues coming off of these people as they move. The footsteps, you know, the talking. Audio is very powerful in this game, as it does, you know, reflect quite a bit through the buildings, through floors even. So need to be careful how fast you move and what you say in certain areas, as the enemy could be listening. Furious Daddy still slowly peeking this corner to see if anybody does push them from this far west corner. And Mantis may try to push it, as Furious Daddy does lose focus a little bit. And Mantis does find Furious Daddy. What a shot. And Snow trying to get back over here to protect again their backside. Mantis now in a more powerful location, hidden behind the bricks. Oh, and bad luck as the grenade does on the doorway. There's a great grenade to blow up that door. Table 14 still in the courtyard here with Oaks as well. Section 1 finding Shadow Warrior from that second story, as Mantis will have a good angle from anybody on this side. So Section 1 does need to be careful, as Nactum finds Section 1 in the murder window, as we call it. Mantis still waiting to possibly push and watch that street cross. Turtle on objective, as Caltrop does have that east courtyard covered. Table 14 crossing the street, and this is where that powerful
Stop the pushing. One's like right just north of the objective building.
And this is where things can get a little spicy for Turtle, not knowing which way they're going to come from. They can jump off the balcony, and great backup work there by Nactum. And Oak's going to try to get that second story, and you can peek out here from the top down onto Nactum.
It's me here. It's me. Friendly.
The fuck
Man.
are these hitboxes?
All down to Snow.
Don't look in here.
Alright, everybody.
Snow end up flashing themselves, and Mantis realizing that the pre-fire from Snow coming out was an indication that they were flashed and did not want to get pushed. And those are little things in the game that you'll start to understand the more you play, is that random pre-fire comes in like that after a flash is thrown. Usually means that person is flashed and they're scared to get pushed and just pre-firing to hope to get lucky. So those are things to think of, as Caltrop does take down 2 more of his own team there at the end. Having some fun. That's what we like to see here in the IVRL. Week 21, Dead Logic versus Vikings. Map number 1 still, and 4-3 lead here on the Vikings side. Let's do it. Let's jump into round number 8. Will we go to a 9-round decider? Dead Logic needs the whole defense on this same objective we have here. Split Street, Jeep, White Building, whatever you may call it.
Wait,
Hey,
you're
gang.
still switching to that side?
I'm coming there, yeah.
Okay.
Furious Daddy with a bit of a backed up position here. Section 1 quickly grabbing one on that aggressive defensive push out here on the east side. Grabs one. May have saw Turtle come through. Turtle pushing hard and fast, trying to get past this defender here in the east. As he did hear them shots come out from Section 1. Table 14 finding, knacked him from that second story. Turtle knowing Section 1 is in this area somewhere. Will he peek that corner, that edge? No! Section 1 takes him down. Another.
Echo 3, possibly Echo 2.
Great defensive hold here so far as the Vikings are down to 2, down to 1 here.
Shadow! You're slowing me down!
Caltrup all alone trying to take out Snow and does find
How
Snow.
am I supposed to fight with maximum power if my teammates are all silly sausages?
And Oaks finding that last kill and taking us to a 9-round decider. What a round there that was. What a quick and great defense there by Dead Logic. Wow. Who would have thought 9-round decider on the very first map this afternoon? Love to see it. Excited to see how this one's going to go down. Vikings going on defense on the last objective, which is going to be our far west courtyard objective. A very tough one, I feel like, to defend, as you do have the front and back sides to watch and the side of the building as well. Once you start losing a few members on defense, that objective becomes very scary, as a lot of rotations do need to take place to make up for what was lost. You know, there's only 1 or 2 positions where you can watch, 75% of the cap coverage. And, you do have to have more than one on this one to hold it down properly. So, excited to see how this one's going to play out. Dead Logic's map going to a 9-round decider. And hopefully got some channel point participation out there. Take a look at the stats that we got going on so far. Section 1 running away with things, 12 kills on his side. I think Caltrop may have more TKs at the end of the round than he does kills in game, but stats unknown. But he does win the prize for best built-in sound effects while running at full speed.
Turtle, guys. I'm on his.
Mantis, in my opinion, crouching
Wow, you
behind
can get
those
arrested for
boxes is really good if you're doing sneaky. Boy.
Can I use these? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
It's 0.56. You good? Yes, okay. My bad. I wasn't sure if you were on an MCX or an MK18.
Oh no, MCX.
And a strong and aggressive push coming here from these three offensive members as they are pushing across this street quickly. Trying to gain as much ground as possible. Shadow Warrior looking for Snow.
Oh fuck, why is lighting offset? There we go.
As Snow and Caltrop have built-in sound effect. What a grenade by Caltrop, does not hit.
What do you? Oh, my nade got him. Lad. I'm convinced.
Oh fuck! Don't scare me like that. They're coming.
Furious Daddy and Snow a bit in a predicament here as they are completely surrounded. Section 1 wants to join the party.
It's scary.
Knacked him, moved up closely.
We're all in this building.
And they're downed. I downed all of them with my nade. We just gotta go
Yeah,
confirm
exactly.
them.
Yeah, if you come in here and kill
Will Section 1C knacked him.
failing with the syringe.
And did protect him a bit, but did get Furious Daddy. And quickly gets revived.
Leroy! Just kidding.
Anyway, yeah, there's 4 of us down here. There's one of us, he's failing with the syringe. So if you
We
just
gotta
come
move
in
in,
here,
lads.
you can shoot us
We gotta
all,
get 'em.
win the round.
There's no time. Everybody stack up with me.
We gotta show him his bar.
Bit of a stalemate happening here between Snow, Furious Daddy, and Caltrop as the other members of the offense are looking to push this far west courtyard, trying to get into that mini market as Caltrop does keep them quite occupied, less likely to be looking this way. Shots coming out, looking for Turtle in the murder window, as we call it. Call all the windows murder windows. Little friendly smoke helping try to get table 14 to cross back. But Turtle watching that cross should be able to find him. Oh, it doesn't peek and just in time. Table 14 makes that cross. Snow and Furious Daddy still keeping these guys occupied. And Shadow Warrior finding Oaks. Only down though.
Is you still there, Snow? Is this a fake out? You trying to be sneaky? Sort of relocation kind of nonsense are you up to?
I like Snow's position here as not a lot of people are looking behind these boxes. It's a great place to set up and start throwing smokes towards OBJ and try to pick off anybody rotating on the defense side. Does look like the offense section 1 maybe trying to get that revive. Things have quieted down and became a little bit more serious now that they are approaching ever so close, as Caltrop is in a great position here to surprise table 14 if he looks through the window. Table 14 not going to be able to look up far enough as he does find
The sneaky sausage.
and Snow finding Caltrop the sneaky sausage. Getting quickly refragged. Oaks still down in the west. Last two members, Furious Daddy and Snow, directly across from the objective. Two v3 type of a defense, and another powerful position will be Turtles, who can watch this cross. They currently know that everybody's on this side of the street, so as long as Turtle can hold his position, Snow gonna try to go for this revive as Shadow Warrior still has good eyes on this cross.
Kinda.
There's a line, there's just a very stealth dot.
Okay. Yes. Where are you? Where are you? Stay there. Stay there until I tell you to come over here.
Okay.
Turtle, find Furious Daddy.
Doorway. There's one blue room right now. He's standing in doorway blue room. He's by the shotgun. He's dead. He's dead.
And Shadow Warrior should be looking at this cross now as those shots do ring out. And Vikings taking round number 9 and map number 1. Wow. What a great first map we have here. 5-4, 9-round decider coming down for the Vikings victory. And map 2 will be a mystery, and it is going to be a rehost. So I will see you shortly on map number 2. Hope everybody's having a good time here today. I am Lampy28, IVRL's week 21, the last week of the regular season. Map number 1 finished up. Vikings taking that one 5-4. And I will see you shortly. Yes, welcome back everybody as we are here on map number 2 in this great EU banger of a matchup. We go to Snow Peak, the frozen Arctic of Snow Peak. A longer range, you know, more of an open map, somewhat similar to like a Downfall, but maybe shrunk down to, you know, 2/3 of the size, but maybe the same size, but a little more coverage and some more close quarters actions that you could get in the tunnels and the garage and that warehouse up in the north. But you do have the wide open lake and you got some long lanes through the mountains here. So interesting to see what's going to happen here on map number 2, being the Vikings pick, and Vikings up technically 1 point in the total matchup here as they do take map number 1 5-4. Does look like we are still waiting on a couple members to join this new lobby. So let's check out the bands once again if you did happen to miss them. And again, we'll revisit this as the IVRL has 3 groups, 3 sets in season number 1. We are in set number 3. What's putting us at these 10 maps currently in set number 3. 10 maps, 8 of them DPI, built-in game maps. 2 of them to the right are your custom maps built in by custom map makers. And to the bands is 2 apiece, 2 for the home, 2 for the defense, or 2 for the away. And home team starting off with the very first ban, they took away Shipyard. Dead Logic took away Shipyard, did not want to play that. Vikings getting the next 2 bans, and they take away Subway and Quarantine. And then fourth and final ban back to the home side, and they took away Downfall. And that's what will leave us with the last 6 maps to choose from. We played Bazaar, and we are currently on Snow Peak. Does look like we got all 10 members in the lobby now. Does look like we have a bit of a rotation on the Dead Logic side as Care joins us. Welcome into the match, Care. Good luck to you. And our first objective is going to be the warehouse objective in the far north. We tend to call the kill box, as it is just a giant box of death.
Alright, that was where is that C4 you owe me?
Who won the first match? There it is.
They did 4-5.
My bad.
Okay.
Sorry, bro.
As the defense does start things off inside the objective room. Let's check on the offense as they are starting down by the garage in the far, far south. And does look like we have 4 heading through the open area here through the center as 1 heads towards the garage. Turtle, Caltrup, and Shadow Warrior tucking into the inside. Do need to be very wary of this hillside as they can be pre-fired. Caltrup getting out the drone. What you watching, Cal? What do you see? Anything good? As the drone probably does come out. Checking the north side, I would imagine, as he doesn't want people outside here. See if I can hear the drone. And there it is. As they are looking for anybody to sit outside. And what the drone does is offer a bit of a caster view in a black and white form. They are not able to see player tags, so basically seeing this in a black and white does take a bit of some time to get used to flying it. And you do need to know your callouts, and your whole team needs to understand what you're calling out as well. It can't be just, you know, oh, they're on that side of the mountain or they're on side of the hill there. You have to know what hill, what mountain you're talking about. Good solid defense here. A lot of people staying directly inside the objective room. Is the drone inside? Or is it directly outside? And Turtle working up closely here as Shadow Warrior as well.
Let me just have a closer look to see if hang on.
They didn't see my C4.
I call you bluff on that. I call you bluff.
Oh, you sure? You sure that's safe? You sure I don't have
I'm
a
a
C4
confident
anywhere?
man. I'm a very confident. I don't know, maybe inside, but not out here.
Okay.
Turtle anxiously waiting to push this kill box and waiting for the rest of the team. Let's see how this is going to take place. Offense really setting up outside there on the west side as 3 members are ready to push. I would imagine some smokes and some flashes are going to start coming out. A lot of people worried about the drone. Mantis downing Mantis with that grenade. Shadow Warrior getting the revive, but man, the C4 taking down 2 as they get pushed in. Care trying to hold up. 2 members of the defense going down. Oaks coming in and cleaning up house. Grabbing another one. Oaks last up, but does go down to Turtle, and wow. Wow, a lot went down on that round. Couldn't barely keep up. They had offense had a great push as they just slammed through those doors all at the same time. Taking that round, excuse me. First round going to Vikings there, and let's see how much we caught of that full screen replay. Man, the C4 taking down 2 as they get pushed in. Care trying to hold up. 2 members of the defense going down. Oaks coming in and cleaning up house. Grabbing another one. Oaks last up, but does go down to Turtle. And wow, a lot went down. Great push, great drone work, utility work, all happened on that round. And impressive offensive push.
I pulled minimum 2 of their attention with the drone. I had 2 shooting at me.
You are cap risk. You are a cap risk, Nectum. Come back. Don't let yourself get capped.
I should not have played.
And back to round number 2 as the objective does stay in the same location.
Oh my god.
Care and Oaks both pushing through the snow as the others stay in the tunnels. Could quickly come into some...
Do you know areas of your hand that you really can't itch? It's in areas of
I'm not gonna run that
that
way.
I can't
I don't like
itch because they don't itch. You don't understand, they don't scratch.
You mean they don't scratch?
Like, as in, it physically, like, when you itch it, it doesn't do anything.
Care and Oak still pushing towards the outside there as Snow and company do work their way through the tunnels, as we do have some aggression coming out from the defense here as Shadow Warrior has pushed way out and not as far out as Nactum has pushed. Will this offense be ready for this aggression?
There is south.
Nactum finding one is going to give Oaks a little bit of indication that there is somebody over here, as Oaks is trying to push across the lake as fast as possible without getting spotted. Shadow Warrior finding table 14, and Oaks taking shots from Nactum and does not make his rotation across the lake. Nactum clearing out 2, and Shadow Warrior clearing out 1. Snow here to try to find that refrag, but chat.
Flanking around the outside somewhere.
Section 1 trying to push that far north tunnel. Decides against it, going to come back and stick into the interior tunnels. And defensively, Nactum is pushing through behind the offense once again. Might find Section 1 out here in the rotation if he works his way through the tunnels. Section 1 here in those footsteps. Decides to rotate back a little bit. And again, in a bit of a standoff. As you can see, the player bodies really slowing down as they are hearing each other. But when you're in the tunnel system, it's hard to know exactly where that location is.
Oh no, please not a knife fight. The lag will kill me. I mean, I could accept the pistol.
Their lasers are touching. And wow, what great job by Section 1. Deciding to go back for the confirmation. And good work there by Section 1 to pre-fire and push that angle before getting pushed on, as Mantis is next up on the list. May not be expecting Mantis, but he does!
Oh my god, Mantis, you fucking silly sausage.
Turtle taking shots through the box there. Not connecting fully. Caltrup gonna try his luck as well. And Caltrup gonna throw a grenade, but went too far. Wow, Section 1 with another two-piece. Taking down this defense one body at a time, one corner at a time. And the black uniforms are piling up here in the path of Section 1. Great smoke by Section 1, completely blinding Turtle. Turtle has no option but to rotate into a new position, not able to watch the door like he previously was. And Snow putting the pressure on from the opposite side. All focus is on that side of Shadow Warrior. Is going to hear Snow's footstep. Snow putting in a little bit of a pre-fire. Shadow Section 1 did get inside and snuck in behind the smoke. Can he get in and cap? And he tried to, but Turtle finds him just in time. Shadow Warrior about taking out Turtle on that refrag. Snow last up. Section 1 was getting a bit risky on that cap. But sometimes that's what it takes. Snow sitting patiently waiting for audio cues. 30 seconds left. Finds Turtle, but Shadow Warrior finding that last kill. And wow, what a great job there by Dead Logic, as they did have quite a bit of an advantage there, pushing into their... And Section 1 was taking down 3, about to cap before Turtle spotted him. But Vikings holding down that defense strong. Turtle taking shots through the box there. Not connecting fully. Caltrup gonna try his luck as well. And Caltrup gonna throw a grenade, but went too far. Wow. And wow, I was a bit surprised that grenade did not get Section 1. It must have landed back there in the shelving or something, a little bit too far. But the aggression almost paid off. The suicide grenade almost went off in the right spots, but a little bit too far. A little bit too strong-armed there, Caltrup. So, man, I am really enjoying today's matchup here between these two teams. They're offering a lot of fun, great times, but a lot of good onward moments here. And I hope you guys are as well. I am Lampy28, bringing you Dead Logic versus Vikings, an EU matchup of the day. And it doesn't stop here, as we do have another cast coming in tonight. I believe I'll be doing the 9 p.m. matchup tonight. So join me back here on this channel tonight. It'll be either the 8 or 9 p.m. I'll post it a little bit later. But lots more action here on this match and tonight. And objective does change, as we did 2 rounds.
4 kills, 2 deaths, and then 0.
We are at the north single hangar.
I think they're in the south though.
Because of that.
It's north. No hanger, no hanger.
Oh, okay.
Oh my. 825
Vikings getting that south garage spawn. Taking a look at the defense as they are pushing very aggressively across as Oaks is making his way to the bunker for a little bit of a flank. Will he get into the bunker not being seen? And he does. And that is a breath of fresh air when you make that run and you're not spotted. Shadow Warrior going to be the first to challenge Oaks. Another aggressive push in the north. We should get to that action here very shortly. That is table 14. He does look a little bit alone pushing through kill box at this time. Will Oaks peek this corner or will he wait for Shadow Warrior? Table 14 running close here. And does find that kill. Back to Oaks. And another one by table 14 as he takes down a second. Does have one coming from the backside of him, and shots coming out from Oaks, finding Shadow Warrior as he pushed out.
One down by bunker.
And I'm always a second too late to find these kills. Table 14 running down from that position. And I like to see this from Dead Logic. You know, they have been having issues on holding down that last defense, and they decide this time they're going to get aggressive. They stayed very conservative on the first defense, and now keeping that aggression going, grabbing 3 on some flanks as Oaks and table 14 working together. Nope. Oaks thinks it's an enemy, but it is technically his teammate and taken down by the actual enemy.
They're both up here by bunker. I got killed before I could take one of them out.
Wow, what a bit of confusion there, as sometimes it is hard to spot out who is your teammate. It looked like...
I lied about that information, and I think someone
Knacked him, finishing off Oaks, but not getting taken down before Snow finds him. And ensuring that the body is dead and confirmed. Down to one member left of the offense, and that is Mantis, looking through the north in a very dangerous spot here as he is exposed from a lot of angles. Luckily not seen, but man, it looked like lasers were lined up from section 1 to find Mantis. And at this point, the defense just needs to hold things down and watch their lines. Jump into some POVs here while we watch Mantis push through on his final approach. Section 1 holding that north angle, table 14 near bunker and sniper care next to objective, watching that south or the east, the west approach. As Snow is up in front of the objective area here to the east in one of them penetrable buildings. And Mantis getting awfully close here. Does have Snow and table 14 to be cautious of. Now the bad thing about Snow's position is if they think that you're there, all those are penetrable walls, they could pre-fire through it. Is table 14 rotating back? No, not rotating back. But once Mantis shoots once, he is going to be surrounded. Will Snow spot out table 14, or spot out Mantis here? Not before table 14 shoots him in the back, as Dead Logic take round number 3. And looking at the total scores, it is not over yet, as total scores bring us 7-5 currently. Vikings lead, as we have a lot of map left here in map number 2. Only down 2 points in total match points here for Dead Logic, as they can come back with a cap here and tie it up.
I'm not pushing up north. No.
Okay.
Turtle doing turtle things at the start of every round.
Like 4 and 5, I'll die. If I don't-
And we do have mirrored spawns, as the Dead Logic is starting and spawning in the same location as Vikings did. We call that mirrored spawns. But there is 2 or 3 options here for this spawn. I believe they could have spawned by the very north side and got that quick spawn. They could have spawned in the double hangar in the south, or obviously the location that they started. So multiple options, and that's what's great about this game, is that it's not the same things over and over. And defensively, you have to be prepared for either of the spawns and what rotations you can and can't make, and the timings. As Oaks is trying to get a line down towards the bunker, seeing if anybody pushed them as they did to the Vikings last round. And running through the tunnels is Snow. Going to be coming up to kill box, possibly, if they decide to take that route where Caltrop is sitting on the aggressive flank. Again, want to shout out to everybody in chat. Do appreciate you guys very much for being here. Ramen, Daddy Spartan, Crazy Dave, Churtworth, Steve James, Tim, Lambowski, man, how you doing, brother? Sri Lankan, Savsko, been a while. Tipic, hey, how's it going, guys? Good to see everybody in here, and thank you for all the kind words, and hope you're enjoying the matchup today. Nactum on defense, running out in the middle of the lake. Very aggressive. What a grenade toss as he was running. Good arch. Very good form. Nobody there to receive that kill, though, as Snow is working closer and closer to Caltrop. Care finding Nactum.
-1 bunker.
Nice.
Back to Snow and takes the correct route, staying away from possible death of Caltrop. But will they be spotted here in the north, as this long alleyway exposes you from anybody that could be sitting on the objective? And no early shots coming out from Snow.
Standing behind the objective hangar thing.
Caltrop could very well be hearing those voices and make this rotation to surprise Snow.
There's one intersection spot from last round.
Snow patiently waiting for someone to peek. It looks like the head might be peeking, and Snow backed off just as Mantis is looking. Let's take a look at Mantis's point of view on this. Trying to be super cautious, and seeing that head.
There's one north, far north from my previous position.
As I have gotten myself caught into a Hesco box. Caltrop finding Taylor for two.
Last objective.
Ooh, almost a team kill.
Near the tower by objective.
Caltrop making that rotation, looking for Snow. Tablet out for Snow isn't possibly. Oh, wow. What a great reaction by Snow, saving herself as putting that tablet away just in time. And still some offense left on the other side of the lake as Care is pushing the lakeside. This is the most common approach for a lot of caps, as you are covered for quite a bit of time, and once you cross that bank, you are directly near the objective. And as you can see, Care pulling out the tablet. The tablet shows a zoomed in area of your location, and then it also puts in some dots of where your teammates are. Now, if your teammate is far across the map, it's going to put a dot in the corner of the screen, and sometimes you can't tell exactly where that location is, but in what general direction that teammate is. So if you do hear shots or hearing footsteps, you can kind of get an idea of possible locations of your teammates. Down to 45 seconds here, as offense is going to need to push. Snow still coming down that hill, finding Mantis's location, but Mantis getting that quick refrag. Shadow Warrior blowing a C4 as the last 30 seconds do come out. And how will Care and Section 1 attack this, as there's only 20 seconds remaining? Down to 14 seconds. The pre-fire needs to come out, and Care putting in that pre-fire, finding Mantis as one. 6 seconds left. They need to kill as the flashes do come out. Care last one up. 1 second left. Coming out of the flash. Shadow Warrior ending that round. And Vikings going up 3-1 on map number 2. And just before we start here in round number 5, taking a look at that total score we saw, and we are looking at 8-5 total score. And Vikings are in that position now where they cannot allow any more points from the Dead Logic side. Or the Dead Logic cannot allow the Vikings to get any more points to still have a chance to take away this match. As we do head to the maintenance shack, or South OBJ, depends what everybody calls it.
Say like I didn't miss a shot. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to aim. I just need to highball.
Which is why.
So let's not do that, gang. Let's just do something else.
They like pushing up to the sandbags in the south. I remember them doing that.
Do have a bit of a quick spawn here, as the south can be quite the hot spot. Mantis heading that way, trying to ensure that they do not get pushed and pushed hard, towards this tank. This is a very popular position down here where this tank is, hiding over here in one of these hills. As Dead Logic not opting out for too much of an aggressive push. Table 14 in a great position here to watch this approach. Bit of sandbag cover. Now getting pushed from the south side of him. Could be deadly if he is not watching that angle as well. And 3 pushing from the lakeside. 4 pushing from the lakeside. More northern attack. Knocked him. Shadow Warrior. Caltrap. And Tuida.
And since you're here, check the horseshoe. Outside of horseshoe.
That's the first thing. There's no
Outside of Horseshoe.
And drone is out. Heard outside of Horseshoe, which would be this area here. Do not hear a drone. Thumbs up from Nactum with the quad nods on. Quad nods on Snow Peak. That is a new one. Can be useful inside the tunnels and stuff, but maybe he's trying to make sure nobody is inside from a distance, because you can hide up against the rock walls up there and it can be hard to spot them from a distance. And I imagine the... Oh, is that grenade? Oh, that grenade almost got Nactum. And we could tell it was a friendly grenade by the blue trailing line, but Nactum may not be quite sure on that. And some smokes come out to block this North Hesco visibility as Care stays very tucked in into the corner. Not only does the smokes and the game offer visual blockage, but they do offer some audio.
Oh no, I threw a flash!
And Care is blinded, but Turtle quickly pushing up.
Gonna have a look from our rear.
Only one left, currently directly on objective.
You want me to check out Horseshoe? Or there's one prone in the tower. There is one prone in the watchtower that overlooks OBJ. I killed one. I killed one. Was it watchtower? No, the one over here. Okay, there is still one prone in the watchtower.
Snow grabbing, or Mantis grabbing Snow in the south, and all down to 2, and both of them in this garage area. And there is no time left for these guys on their rotation. They do need to try to die. Section 1 grabbing that one kill, but need to run out and grab that last kill before getting capped on. Vikings taking round number 5, and Mantis destroying the rest of his team while he's at it. What great push there by the Vikings on that offense, and the drone work really setting things apart there as they were able to call out each location and pick them off one at a time as needed. Man, knowing that drone is very, very helpful, but you better know how to use it and what your call outs are so you can be, you know, valuable in that aspect. As Vikings get up to 4 points, that is going to put the pressure onto Dead Logic now to hopefully run out the rest of the points and still try for that tie. As Dead Logic is going on the offense here. Let's see if they capped. That'll be 3 points. Going to defense, that's 4 points. And a cap, that's 6 points. So technically they still can win if they go cap, hold, cap. Otherwise, you know, you do want to try for that tie. But if Vikings do get 1 more points here, that will be the lock of the match. Heard the beeps, but they did just trick me.
Well, lads, we've already drawn, so let's give up and lose this map.
Sounds good.
Anyone want smoke? I have extra smoke.
Why do you bring the most useless utility on a vault ground? Who the fuck needs smoke?
As the offense does get the north spawn, it'd be a different spawn, not a mirrored spawn. But defense pushing out far and fast here as Nactum Trying to push the bunker, quickly getting shot.
Back somewhere. Oh, this fucking smoke.
Connect him with that AK-104, another new gun in the game, not connecting those shots onto Snow. Smoke's coming out from table 14 as he tries to push around the bunker, getting shot. Knactum not hitting those shots as well. Looking for the head of table 14, does find him, and Caltrop taking down Snow, but quickly getting refragged by Care.
I got one, maybe two.
Knactum staying up here and guarding this north, not allowing Care in company to push any further. One still back far on
Warehouse.
in section 1, running across the lake as there's only one member guarding that south approach. Care finding Knactum, great job.
Nice one.
It's like Shadow Warrior at the bottom of this hill here behind the large rock. Should be hearing Care any second. Push on. Will Care find Shadow Warrior in the back if she looks just right time, and does, and grabs another kill. And good rotation there by Care as she does leave that position. Gonna work around to the garage and possibly find Caltrop in the back this time. And this is great movements here by Care as shoot and rotate, keep the defense guessing. Last they heard, them shots came from Horseshoe, so now they are really focused on that side. And Care rotating back through here. Let's see if she can find another kill. Caltrop not looking this way. Turtle on the objective. Caltrop just looking in time. Wow. What bad timing there for Care, and good timing for Caltrop to turn around and watch his back. Oaks still trying to push here through the center. Does have a bit of a lane. Should be able to get up to the north Heskos, and getting up to them Heskos, you know, is pretty powerful on this objective. Just got to watch from people pushing your backside. Section 1 pushing hard in the south. We'll need to be keeping an eye here on Caltrop as he is still watching this backside. Mantis and Turtle very close to objective. Mantis is back covered, looking more towards the west. As Oaks has taken this approach very slow, as quietly as possible, not knowing if somebody is behind one of these Hesco boxes. Defense is very tucked in. Now you could position yourself to where you could find Turtle going across the doorway every now and then. Mantis does find section 1 trying to push that south side. Will he see Turtle? Ooh, cross that doorway, and onward timing says no, you cannot. Smokes with the tough push there. Running on the open, pre-firing, and more team kills come out. They are kill hungry. Was not enough that they killed all of Dead Logic, trying to go for the remainder of the group. And what a job there by Vikings as they take map number 2, 5-1. And that is going to end things for us today on this matchup here this afternoon, week 21, which is the last week of the regular season. Does come to a close for these two teams. And Vikings coming victorious here on this matchup, taking this match 10-5 total points. Dead Logic putting up a good fight there on Bazaar and on Vikings pick of map number 2. Snow Peak obviously picking it for a reason due to, you know, their strengths and abilities on this map. Come out and show us what they're really made of on Snow Peak. Great job by both sides. Was a fun matchup. I do appreciate this very much, guys, and I hope everybody in chat had a good time as well. And all of you watching at home, I am Lampy28, and this was a wonderful EU matchup to have. Join me tonight again for another cast, either 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It is approximately 3 to 4 hours from now. I will be back on this channel. Want to thank all of the IVRL officials and casters for doing their due diligence and giving us what we have seen here today. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody, and God bless.